is Coach Perry, and today we're going to be talking with Andrew Ritchie. He's the president of the Adam Olson team that is brokered by EXP. Hello, this is Coach Perry, and today we're going to be talking with Andrew Ritchie. He's the president of the Adam Olson team that is brokered by EXP. The subject we're going to talk about today is why every builder needs to have a good realtor in their back pocket. Somebody they can work with, somebody they can rely on, somebody they can trust. And I want to go back, Andrew, if we can, to the very beginning when I met you. We were talking, I met you through a builder that I was consulting with, and I asked him, who's the best realtor in this area that you work with? And he mentioned your firm. If you remember, we had lunch, and we talked about what makes you different, what makes you good. And what is it that your firm does that helps builders sell homes that's so unique to the Adam Olson team?
You know, I think the two things that really sets us apart is going to be our back-end office. So we've got 13 salaried employees, anywhere from a listing coordinator that specializes in getting the properties up on the market, pictures from our photographer who's in-house. Then just kind of keeping the builder in the loop on what the feedback is on the showings. And kind of where the property is in the process.
And so in essence, you're taking a lot of that load off of the builder that otherwise they would have to do. And I think that's what builders miss the opportunity on, because a small builder can have someone like your firm in a partnership with them, and it makes them look bigger. They get better videos, they get better follow-up, they get someone to have administrative assistance that they're not having to pay until, of course, the home closes.
That's correct. The other thing too that we have to offer is because we have a photographer that's on staff, we're able to literally take pictures throughout the process of the build, whereas a lot of agents that hire a third-party company to take the pictures, it's quite expensive to do pictures and video, and so usually they only want to pay maybe two times throughout the process, whereas because we have a photographer that's on staff, we can take pictures through the whole process.
And that keeps the buyers better informed.
It keeps the buyers informed. It also, online, it keeps the consumers kind of keeps them in the loop on where the process is and how long they have left for their home to be finished.
And that's something that builders tend to drop the ball with, because builders can get so involved in the building process and so involved in just simply trying to keep up with everything that's going on, they forget to communicate with the buyer. By having your firm involved, they're automatically being communicated with, automatically being updated, and they can see what's happening. That gives them a sense of comfort and a sense of credibility, and they feel good about what's going on.
It does, especially if they're in a lease or something like that, and they've got maybe 2 or 3 months left on their lease, and they've been promised that the house will be done, and it kind of keeps them in the loop on, okay, well, now we're at framing stage, now we're at sheetrock, now, it's been plumbed, whatever the case may be. It allows them to kind of see the process.
And my experience has been too that you have someone in your office that physically calls that builder and says, are you happy with everything we're doing on a monthly basis? And you follow up with them directly and say, are you happy with what we're doing? Are you not happy with what we're doing? Can we do something more to help you? And gives them updates on the listings and the showings and everything happening with the property.
That's correct. The other thing too, with having an in-house person, we're able to make price changes, or feature changes, within hours, rather than, having one agent that may be out in the field and it takes them, days to get it changed online. We can do it within hours.
And that's lost business time that the builder's not taking into consideration. Yes, there's a fee, there's a commission basis. Of course, they're only paying you when the home closes, which is typical of any relationship, but they're not having to employ someone to do everything that you do for them. And I think builders need to be wise in their decisions and how they're choosing the realtors, how they're working with them, and recognizing that you bring a lot of value to the table that they don't have themselves, they don't have to pay for.
That's right.
There's a tremendous advantage. I've also found that you guys are on top of your game. I know that from a social media perspective, you've got some national ranking, even some ranking within the state of Texas. And what are those accolades that you've got?
Yeah, so we've won multiple awards for our online presence. We were ranked number 1 in Texas and number 6 in the U.S. and Canada by Property Spark magazine, which is a real estate platform. Right now it goes up and down, but Facebook, we have about 90,000 followers on Facebook, about 80,000 on Instagram, and then we're reaching about 1.2 to 1.5 million people a month across our social media platforms.
I don't know how you get any better exposure than that. I mean, I think about it from my perspective. If I'm a builder and I'm building 50, maybe less than 100 homes a year, I can't afford to spend the dollars that you do to achieve that goal, and can't get that exposure and get the number of people seeing my property. And for no out-of-pocket expense at all, correct? Because
That's
this
correct,
is all
yeah.
done on the backside.
That's correct. Yeah, it's all you know. The Adam Olson team fronts all the expenses up front, and you know, we're not paid until we sell the property. So that's the other thing. We've got skin in the game, so we've got to sell the listings.
And that's a good point. Most builders are concerned about the people that they're paying not having skin in the game. In this case, you don't get paid until you perform.
That's correct.
And when you perform, the builder wins because the home closes. So it's kind of a win-win for both sides.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It makes perfectly good sense. Well, thank you, Andrew, for being here today. It's
appreciate
always
it.
great to work with you. Andrew and I talk probably at least 3 or 4 times a week on different activities. The other thing that Andrew does for me as a builder is that he brings me deals. So when you find land and you have an opportunity, you present it to me, and then I try to put stuff together for you to sell. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
It's a perfect relationship that you have to have. If you're a builder and you don't have someone like an Adam Olson team or someone of that nature that's helping you build houses, that's helping you sell the houses, market the houses, I think you're missing the boat, because there's so much that your team brings to the table, and other realtors have the ability to do the same if they utilize those skills.
Right.
So go to my YouTube page and like and subscribe, and continue to watch us for more information and more interactions, not only with people just like Andrew, but everybody in our industry. Hello, this is Coach Perry, and today we're going to be talking with Andrew Ritchie. He's the president of the Adam Olson team that is brokered by EXP.